So it's that time of year again. We're here at the biggest agricultural event of the year. Welcome to the 154th Balmoral Show. And the great news, Pauline, is the weather is great. The rain has stayed off.
I'm absolutely thrilled about the weather, Robin. But do you know that I've never been to the Balmoral Show before?
Really?
Never. So what can I expect?
You can expect to see sheep and goats and cows and all sorts of animals, all sorts of good food, all sorts of farm machinery. There's so much. Let's go and find out what's happening.
Fabulous!
Well, as I say, all good showbirds has to start off somewhere, and they say this one here is just hatched this year, and that'll be ready for show in September this year, fully grown. That is a frizzle Pekin bantam. And to say there's some fully grown ones here, but I mean they have to start young and grow into shape.
You've said that it's in this year. I mean, is it a few months old? Is it?
That there's about 6 weeks old.
I was going to say 6 weeks.
But they will be showing now in September, fully grown.
Oh my goodness! And how big do they get?
Well, there is some examples around there I could show you later on. But
brilliant. She is the cutest wee thing. We got a puppy recently. How easy would it be to have one of these in your back garden?
Well, it depends if you're a king gardener or not, whether you like your flowers and your shrubs.
No. So she could actually do the gardening for me?
She could do the work for you, yes.
To come back with Robin and I and do some gardening for us. That would be so good.
I like the ones that have the punk hairstyles. Are they here today?
There's different kinds of. You're talking about the Polish ones. There's different ones. Apples, enders, and silkies, and all have bits of hairdo as well. Yes, but they're very hard to maintain.
Yeah.
Oh, hard to maintain. This one isn't.
No, that'll be too bad now. Just a wee wash and blow dry with Head and Shoulders, you'll be okay.
And you could do that yourself, could you?
Oh, absolutely.
And
yep.
What would she need to live in? Robin, I'm serious. Yeah. Yes.
Well, it depends. It depends how close to showing you're going. Once it's washed and blow dried, it has to stay clean. So your garage will be fine. Yeah.
Oh, would you like to come home with Robin and I? You are the cutest wee thing. And do you name them? Do you? Oh, watch. Do you name them?
Not really.
No.
Well, some of the birds is named.
You are the sweetest wee
And what about the shows you're talking about? Is this big business, is it?
It's a hobby, really. It's a hobby, and it's a gathering where a lot of people, good friends that you've met over the years, we come together. But we're all in the same sort of thing, which is to keep the breeds going, which is more important than anything, So, but it is good crack now. It is good crack. Whenever you can beat your friend, it's good.
Oh, that's excellent. You know something? Thank you so much for letting me hold this little girl here.
You can name it if you want.
Oh, what would I call her? Will we call her Robin?
After me, why not? Why not?
The girl's name Robin.
Why
Yeah.
not?
How are you, Robin? All right. Good.
Let's do it. Well, thank you for showing us around today.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Thank
I'll
you
do.
so
Yeah, no,
much.
thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Oh, she's so cute. So I decided at Balmoral Show I was going to do some shopping, because how can you not when you end up sitting under this lovely terraced area. But I'm here with Gibson Paving. Tell me about Gibson Paving and what you're here to promote.
So Gibson Paving is our family business. We've been in business for 40 years this year. My parents started it 40 years ago, and we've been involved in Balmoral Show, I would say definitely the last 15 years or so. So as a business, we take your initial thought process for your house, so your thought for the outside space, and we take it right through to completion. And in the midst of that, then we involve many other of our partners.
If I wanted something done in all of that way, the floor, the ground, the terrace, or an outdoor space, can you organise that as well?
100%. So your initial contact would be through ourselves at Gibson Paving, and we would chat to you then through an appointment at our paving centre in Port Glenone. And we would look at what your kind of needs are and your wants are and the practicalities of that, and then we would possibly propose our design service, and then that tries to pull all of us back in together then. So and we all work standalone as well. I mean, you've got that option for sure, but if you've got a project and you've lots of different items that you want to pull together, then that's definitely the right process to go down.
imagine getting a chance to walk a cow? Let's go this way, wee woman. We'll go this way. Oh, look at you. Oh, she's even coming close. Look, she's coming close to me. Oh, she's coming close to me. I love this. This is amazing. Okay, can I stop her? What?
You've got black dye on your pink.
Ah, don't worry. I wanted to do this, so I'm delighted. I have never been so close to a cow before, and I'm delighted. So tell me about your day here. What is this cow's name? Do you give them names?
Black Mist.
Oh, and what is he doing here today?
She.
Sorry, Black Mist.
That's my daughter's heifer, but she wasn't able to be here today. She's GCSE, so her bigger sister, the one with the hat on her, showed her for her, and then she's showing Saturday.
And tell me this. She's very muscly, isn't she?
Yes.
So is she going to go for beef?
No.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad, Black Mist.
She's going to have a baby.
Oh, you're going to have a baby. Congratulations, Black Mist. And when will that be born?
Oh, well, it's not in there yet. So
Oh.
Probably 12 months.
Right. So she's like a breeder then, is she?
Yeah. She's going to be a cow.
Oh, and how many times can a cow actually breed?
Oh, she could breed, if everything goes well, 10 times.
Oh, and how many would they have then?
One. Normally
One
only
at-
one.
one at a
Normally
time?
You really only want one.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is gorgeous. And you know something? I'm so delighted to get a chance to be in control of a cow. Woo! There she goes. And I'm now filled with her lovely black stuff. But sure, that's all right. We can dry clean the jacket, can't we? There you go.
The Balmoral Show today. I mean, this is the place to be at this time of year, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's unreal. That buzz around here every year, and the amount of people that come back every year for this, and they just love it that much, you know what I mean? And we love it, you know, and it's great. It's just great to be here, you know.
You've got the truck there behind you,
have
which
got-
everybody's looking at. They're all wanting their
Yes.
photograph taken with the truck.
That's it. So a lot of people say to me now, get a picture of Marty. Make sure you get the truck. Don't worry about Marty. You know, so it's needed. The truck does more heavy lifting than me these days. So it's great, you know. But they do love the truck, and that's why I take it everywhere, you know. So it's great.
So you're taking over the world as well. I believe there's an Australian tour on the way.
That's right, Australian tour. So people are asking, can you take the truck to Australia? And I'm like, well, you know, payments are good, but they're not that good, you know. So unfortunately, I can't. But yeah, that's the only place I won't take it. So yes, so the Australian tour is happening now in June. So we're going out to 4 cities in Australia. So yes, that's yeah. So really looking forward to that too. Yeah.
What about new music? Is that anything in the pipeline?
Yes, so I've actually the fourth single out, Follow the Blade there, about a month ago, and it's doing extremely well. It's about the self-propelled harvesters, which is kind of in the team of Hit the Diff, so coming into the silage season, that is actually really going down well. So it's the first, and I've a lot of all the songs half recorded. Just have to finish them now for a new album maybe at the end of the year. So yeah, so a lot of new music on the way. So
Should we play one of your music videos now?
okay, 100%. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Which one should we go for?
I'd say maybe we'll go with the new single Follow the Blade. Maybe the time of year it is at Balmoral Show. Yeah.
Tinted glass and extra lights, white tires and straight pipes. Power towers, spot a well, fill the tanks on the self-propel. Speed burns and towing eyes, replace duct tape with cable ties. Slightly under power, with an overload of green. It is you I'm heading to with this big machine. Follow the blade and push in a 40-foot sway, she's ready to bust. Get the spuds of one and run to the next man like a bullet from the gun. Row to row, she starts to glow. To hell with the lot as we knock her into top and drive her into a heavy crop. Knock, tether, aircon, weather, sail to bail, hell for leather. Bouncing Satan, need to row and rake. Out the gap on the side brake, cover us with dust, keep her lit. Another load, heading for the pit. Giving all you got past the passing spot. Scan the hand for tick-tock. I know well making this self-propel over you ain't right. But just to let you know I've one more row and I'm gonna see you tonight. Follow the blade and push in a 40-foot sway, she's ready to bust. Get the spuds of one and run to the next man like a bullet from the gun. Row, she starts to glow. To hell with the lot as I'm on an 811 Zeta with a 16-foot can, and I'm rolling through the valley in the thunderstorm and rain. I'm heading to the Meta just for one last load, and it just so happens that it's on your road. With an extra tread of power for this last load of grain, it's still you I'm heading to with this big machine. Following the blade and push in a 40-foot sway, she's ready to bust, get the spuds of one and run to the next man like a bullet from the gun. Row we row, she starts it low, to hell with the lot, as we knock her into top and drive her into a heavy crop.
Well, what better place to be in the Balmoral Show than to be at Sweeties? Anything sweet, anything at all, chocolate, fudge, you name it. Here I have Rhonda, and she's from Granny Shaw's Fudge Factory. So, Rhonda.
Hello, welcome to Granny Shaw's.
Well, I am delighted, and not only am I delighted, I'm behind here with you, and I feel like I can just, try everything out.
off.
Yeah, fingers off, yes, exactly. So you've got the honeycomb, you've got all these lovely whiskey filled chocolates, you've got the
Truffles and
fudge.
bonbons.
And tell me about how making sweets, what it's like. What's it like?
Well, the smell in the fudge factory is awesome, and when you're cutting it, you get to sample a wee bit, the wee crumbs, to make sure everything's okay. So you make your fudge poured into like a baker's tray. That goes in a big tray, and that stays overnight. Then the next day you cut it and pour it out, and bag it, seal it, and label it.
And is it not really difficult though, that when you're doing a wee sample that you just take a wee bit more and a wee bit more?
You get sick of it.
Oh, well, that's good to know,
Well,
because
as long as the crumbly, I could eat it all day, and the chocolate bark, I could eat it all day.
you see, I think I might want to eat it all day as well. Well, it all looks really lovely, and the packaging and all, I mean, that's obviously well thought out.
It is. Well, that's my husband, Glenn. He does all that. But we'll have to get all this from England, and it's got very expensive.
Isn't everything expensive at the minute?
You have to measure these and make sure that sweets will fit in, the fudge, the wee truffles will fit in the box. So I've got to have see-through lids so that people can see what they're buying, rather than coloured lids.
And that's why they call it the art of chocolate, Rhonda. Oh, well, look, I'm in heaven here, so I'm going to have to stay here and sample a few more bits and pieces. I've already had the fudge.
Okay, let's talk about guide dogs now. Gary, how's things going at the Balmoral Show today then?
Robin, has been phenomenal. We're here all week and the people are very supportive and want to know all about guide dogs, and they've been very generous with their donations.
Brilliant, of course. Charities like yourself rely on the public, rely on public funding, don't you?
We do indeed. These two beauties here, this is Monroe, who's a working guide dog, and this is Duffy, who's a retired guide dog and one of our ambassador dogs. Through their working life, they'll cost about £58,000, and that is all funded by local donations.
Wow, what about training the dogs as well? How long does it take to train a guide dog?
Yeah, so from the pups born up until about a year and a half, they're looked after by puppy raisers who are volunteers right across the country, and we have lots of those in Northern Ireland. This is one of them here, Alan, and they look after the dog for about 18 months, and then it moves on to advanced training, and they're out on the road probably with about, 2 years? About 2 years. They're then become a partnership, as we call it, with folks like Les, who's had his guide dog for how long?
About 2 years, 3 years.
Well.
Yeah.
Right, okay, and of course, I mean, you couldn't function or couldn't live without it, could you?
No, I couldn't live without Monroe. He takes me everywhere I need to go, so he's very, very important to me and other guide dog owners as well.
Yeah. Brilliant, okay. Tell me about the whole process about training these dogs. I mean, is it very challenging?
Well, it can be. Obviously, they come from guide dog stock, so they have a rough idea of what the pups are going to be like from the mums and dads.
Yeah.
But it's like normal. We get them out 6 to 8 weeks, and then we start off house training them and socialising, and we work up to about 14 months, where we'll do the basic walking, the basic instructions to sit, stay, down, that kind of thing. And we get them used to cars, buses, trains, and we'll even take them through the airport so they get used to the security and on the planes as well, using the steps. So.
Great stuff. Well, Gary, if people want to get involved and help you guys, how do they do that?
We're always looking for volunteers. Our office is at the Airport Road in Belfast, but they can go on to the website www.guidedogs.org.uk. All our volunteer vacancies are there. You can make a donation there as well. But if you want to help out in any way, we would love to hear from you.
Brilliant. Well, enjoy the rest of your time at the Balmoral Show.
Thank you very much, Robin, and you.
Thank you.
So tell me a wee bit about alpacas, because I have always wanted to sort of have alpacas, but are they solo animals or are they herd?
They're absolutely not solo animals. Alpacas in their indigenous environment in Chile and Peru are naturally preyed upon, so that will make them very, very much a herd animal. They're clustered together for protection within a herd, you know, safety in numbers and all of those things. So a lovely starter group typically is 3 alpacas. Again, because they're preyed upon, sleep ratio, less alpacas. Because they're awake, they're on guard. The more there are, the more sleep they'll all get, the healthier they'll be. So more numbers is good, but yes, not everybody can be like us with 132 of them on the farm. And we help people setting up small groups and lovely pet groups around their self-catering, groups for trekking, groups for small breeding setups all the time.
So talk to me about trekking. So we can go trekking, and what else can we do with these alpacas?
You can come on our farm and come doing trekking experiences. You can come and have your hen party on the farm where there's lots of Prosecco with alpacas. The alpacas don't get the Prosecco, just the girls do. You can come and have your parties. You can come and have lovely romantic sunset suppers where you'll sit in the fields, particularly this time of the year, from now right through to September. You're sitting in beautiful pastures, watching the sun go down on the edge of Slieve Croob, on the edge of the Mourne Mountains, with alpacas and their babies called creas literally pronking around you. They pronk as if they've got sparks in their feet and they're coming bouncing. It's absolutely beautiful, and it is the most stress-busting activity you could possibly want to do.
That sounds delightful. And you know, I had the chance to, I can actually have a date with a donkey, but that sounds like I could have a date with my husband for a date night and have alpacas. I think that's a really nice idea, because I don't think Robin's going to like me going off with a donkey. Do you? Thanks very much.
You're welcome. I didn't expect that.
Ah!
So tell us what's happening today. We're here at the Balmoral Show. The sun is shining, and I believe business has been great for you guys.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely brilliant show for us to date. We've had lots of footfall on the stand, lots of customers, new customers, more importantly, as well as our old customers have come back to the stand to see us. So yeah, really exciting show for us.
And the first thing that catches your eye when you walk around here is the fabulous archway that you've created there.
Yeah, we created the archway. It was an idea one of the lads had from the team, really just to showcase 2 customers that have purchased the Sani SY155, Savage Groundworks and A.G. Wilson contractors, who've actually purchased their 7th Sani excavator from us in the last 14 months. So yeah, really excited.
So if you're going to buy one of these things, there's a specialist training that you have to go through to learn how to use it.
Yeah, it depends on which excavator you're purchasing, but yeah, we can do all of that here at Slater Plant.
Wow, okay. Tell us about one of these big ones, like this one here behind me. How much would that cost?
That one would cost in the round 150,000, 160,000 pounds.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's pretty good value.
Now, I see one of the cranes there behind us there. Can we go up in that?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, as long as you're happy to go up on it.
How high is that going up? How tall are we talking there?
Well, you're talking probably 20, 25 foot.
Okay. I'll go up and do a link up there, yeah?
You're more than welcome to.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's do it. Wow, so here we are on the top of the world. I have got the best view this afternoon of the Balmoral Show. I can see everything from up here. I can see from miles around. I can see Uncle Hugo bouncing around on the Radio Ulster stage down there as well. Going to do a link from up here as well. I believe Pauline Carville is out and about somewhere. In fact, they're telling me she was with some donkeys. She's learning about donkey dating. It is a thing. Pauline Carville, what's happening?
Well, I'm standing here with Robert from Kynesdale Donkeys, and I can tell you this, I am so excited. I just love being with animals. And this is Dennis. Dennis, you are absolutely and utterly gorgeous, and I believe I can have a date night with him. Tell me about that.
Yes, so we have 25 donkeys on the farm, and we do donkey date night. So it's like speed dating. So you have a minute tops to meet each donkey. You choose your favourite, then you have a go at the obstacle course with them. Following that, you have a goat meditation class, and then a late night afternoon tea.
With my donkey. So I can actually go on a date with Dennis. Oh my goodness, I think
Better than some of the suitors you've had.
Well, yes, and my husband, he might get a bit jealous, but do we care? Do we care? Well, do I want him to come along? I think I'd like
Maybe
some
not.
intimate time with.
Might be true, yeah.
So what else do you do at Kynesdale? Donkeys?
So we have donkey treks is our main thing, and goat meditation classes, as I mentioned. We do our sunset picnic during the summer months. So you meet your donkey, you go for a lovely walk during the golden hour, get some great Instagram photos. Following that, you have a lovely afternoon tea again, or a little picnic on the lawn.
Oh, that sounds so absolutely gorgeous. And you know, this must be quite therapeutic.
This is our donkeys, that's our main job, is therapy work. So they go to nursing homes and schools. I got my first donkey at a year old. It was Perdita's great-great-grandmother. And then I got Dennis when I was 6, so I've had him 21 years. And we first went to a nursing home when we were about 10. It was just a local one. And then since lockdown, it's become my full-time job now. Go to nursing homes, schools. We have an award from the NHS for working with the primary school in Drummoness. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind the last few years.
And so children, old people's homes,
elderly, especially for the elderly with dementia, working with donkeys is a great trigger for getting those old memories, because that's the last to leave is your older memories. So having your donkeys, a lot of people from this area have had a donkey when they're growing up, or they rode a donkey on a beach, or they maybe got kicked or bit by a donkey, but that is still a memory that you can unlock. And bringing a donkey into a house, like these guys go up in elevators, they go into bedrooms, doing that just helps sort of unlock all that.
Well, it sounds amazing to me. A wee date with Dennis, I cannot wait. But a little bit of therapy as well is pretty good. And I think being with a donkey would be a great therapy for me as well.
Tell me about these sheep then. They're a funny colour. They have been dyed.
Yes, they have. That's just the colour we like. The more enhance them and make them look bigger and broader. Right. Not that ours need that, but we just like that size, like that colour.
And I see they must be winners. You've got the rosettes. What if they won?
Well, he was first in his class, and he was first, and he was male champion.
Wow.
So he was.
Excellent. So how easy, how difficult is it to look after these animals then?
It's very difficult to keep them clean and keep them going on for Balmoral. This is the biggest show of the year, and just keep them going on and making sure everything's okay.
So when you're taking them out there to the shows like this, I mean, is it serious business? Is it competitive?
It is to a certain extent, but it's the fun at the end of it. You know, you have to bring them out for your own breed.
Yeah, of course. And what kind of challenges, are facing you guys on the farms at the moment then?
It's just everything, just the prices of meal, prices of fertiliser, just prices full stop. Yeah. Just farming's just not easy at the moment.
What about shows like Jeremy Clarkson? When you watch him on the farm, is this a good thing to show off the farming industry, or do you think it's just for telly?
The problem is none of them people actually know the ins and outs. It's all right for politicians and everyone to know, come out and say these things, but they actually don't know the background. Yeah. Like getting antibiotics in and getting everything all sorted, people don't actually know. And it's all right people saying we should do this and that, but unless they know the ins and outs of the whole thing, you know, why mention?
And how much work goes into it? I mean, is this a full-time, every day, every hour of the day job?
It's just a hobby. A hobby that's, yeah, just a hobby.
Wow. It's a fascinating hobby. And what about if you're going to buy one of these? I mean, how much are we talking?
It all depends how good you want.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how do you know how good a sheep is then?
Just the size and power and muscle and scope and good on its legs.
And a good big ass there, as you say.
Big ass.
Yeah.
Takes an ass.
Takes an ass, well.
Takes it nice and long.
Nice and long. And a good firm ass. There you go. You heard it all today. Trevor, good luck in your search for a lady.
Thank you very much.
This family of pigs now, and I can't believe this one's getting groomed. Is there much grooming involved in them?
There would be, yeah. You wash them every day and then cover them in baby powder to whiten them up.
Baby powder?
That's what all that is over me. It's baby powder, keeps them white. Wow. Yeah.
So this is the family then. So who do we have here?
That's the mummy of these two. Okay. And then her son's down there, and that's her sister. Them two are both sisters. They were here as youngsters too.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And these are yours?
Yeah. Wow. Yep.
So I would say there's plenty of bacon on Betty there.
Oh, there definitely is. Threatened a few times to send her away bacon when she doesn't behave, but I couldn't do it. She's like a big puppy. She's a pet. I'd happily have her in the house with me if I was allowed to.
Brilliant. There we go. Did it live up to your expectations then?
I really loved it actually. I am just overwhelmed by what there is here, Robin, and all the animals. It's just so exciting.
Of course, we still have the remains of one of the animals on your arm there of your jacket, don't we?
Yes, a cow. I've never been so close to a cow before, but you know, some of that I think that's what makes the Balmoral Show so exciting, because you get to be with animals that you've never actually been that close to before, like sheep and donkeys and horses. Well, horses I've been with, but you know, all those different farming animals.
I get it. There you go. That was this year's Balmoral Show. We'll see you back here same time next year.
Well, do you know where I'm heading to now?
Where are you heading?
The fun fair.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.